YouTube? It's your boy Carter TV, and I'm back with a quick story time, y'all. You already know. This story is about an Amazon delivery woman who was going around killing people. She was going around killing people. Now, she wasn't just killing any and everybody. You feel me? She had certain people she was targeting. Her killing spree started in high school. The girl name is Samantha. Samantha, right? Samantha went to high school 4 years, went to high school where she was bullied, she was humiliated, she was made fun of, you know, all because she was a smart young lady, she was into her books, she was a nerdy girl, she was into band, she was also into, anime, and she got bullied for those type of things. And she was one of those kids that come to school dressed up. She liked to dress up as her favorite anime character. And she really had enough after her senior year of high school. When she graduated, she went to prom with this guy who really liked her. His name was Josh, and Josh really liked her. He wanted to, date her. What happened was they convinced Josh to humiliate her at prom. Like they would fake put her name in the king and queen votes. And they put her name in there and everything, and it was a fake, all enough to get her on the stage and humiliate her. So what happened was they set it up. They took some horse maneuver, put it on top of the lights, and when she got on stage, they dropped it on her head, and they also dropped some like bird seeds on her, humiliating her in front of everybody. And Josh was a part of it. With that being said, Josh didn't know it was going to go this far, and he tried to help her and like prevent her from, it all falling on her. So he kind of like just pushed out the way. She took it as if he was trying to push her into it, though. By the way she was pushed. At the end of that night, she was sick of it. She was, sick of everybody who was humiliating her. Her bullies was a dude named Billy. It was another dude named Henry. It was a girl named April. And it was a girl named Tuesday. And it was another girl named Eve. They all humiliated all five of them. So she then ends up getting a job at Amazon. She gets a job at Amazon. And, a year went by after high school, after she graduated. She got a job at Amazon. She's also going to school. She's going back to college. And she gets a job at Amazon, and she learns where a lot of these people who bullied her, she learned where they live. She learned because their names are on these packages. So when she delivered the packages, what she would do is when she get a certain name on it, she would look at it. So she got April's name first, and it said her address. So she pulled up to the address. She went there, whatever. And what happened was she dropped the package off, and when she waited to see if April would come to the door and to see what's going on. So when April came to the door, she seen that it was April. So she quickly drove off in her truck. Then she had another delivery where she seen where Eve lived. She also had another delivery where she seen where Josh and Henry lived. And that's how she found out where they live at. So these people will often get packages from Amazon. They will also order stuff. So she thought of a way of getting back at them in the most gruesomest way. She first got Henry. Henry was a porn fanatic. So what she did was she ordered something to his crib. And when she ordered something to his crib, she was at the Amazon job where she tampered with the box. She tampered with the box, and inside it was like one of those, he had two packages. He had the blow up human doll with the big boobs and the big booty. He had one of those, and he also had a pocket pussy. You feel me? He also had a pocket pussy. So what she did was she tampered with it. She got him a blow up doll. He thought he ordered it. He got the package. He like, oh shit, I got this doll. You know what I mean? Henry was obsessed with thick women. He was obsessed with thick, curvy women. You know what I mean? The ones with the fake booties and big titties, he was obsessed with them. So he got a blow up doll that looked just like them. And he would have sex with this blow up doll on a consistent basis. It would not be a day he would not take his anger out on that dog. He also got a pocket pussy for when he's out at work and he need to relieve himself, he go right to that pocket pussy. So she tampered with his pocket pussy. She put some itching cream in it, and it tampered with his penis and his penis hole, giving him an infection in his penis, which he started to notice, and he went to the doctor, and they said, you got a little infection in your penis. Did you put something on it or something? He was like, nah, I just been, telling the doctor what he had to do. And the doctor was like, maybe you need to cut back from that. Now, the blow-up doll, what she did, wasn't the blow-up doll, but it was like one of those rag dolls. What she did was she put something in the booty hole part. She put something in the mouth, and she also put some type of poison in the vagina. So when he would have sex with this, it would affect him. Long story short, the boy died with the fucking doll on top of him. He had poison in his mouth, and poison on his penis, and he got poisoned that way, and he ended up dying. So they had a funeral for him, and then Henry died. Josh, April, Eve, and Tuesday was at the funeral, and she showed up to the funeral, and she looked at them. She saw them, and they was like, "Oh, hey, how you been?" Trying to, how's things? Da 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 da. All of them had changed their lives. Josh is now a lawyer. Eve, she works with children. She's a teacher. She works with children. April, she's an architect. And Henry, he worked for sanitation. And April, she was a business owner. She owned multiple restaurants. So Samantha, so they seen Samantha at the funeral, all four of them. They had a small conversation with her, and she was basically telling them, I'm paying for school, for tech, field technician, IT, all that, etc., etc. So they were still looking at like, you still a little weirdo. It's good seeing you though, but not at these circumstances. April was like, we should hang out. April was really trying to be her friend, right? But April was the major one who was bullying her. And I'm gonna come to the story in that in just a few minutes. Her next target was Eve. Eve was into Gothic stuff, even though she was also a teacher. She was into Gothic stuff and everything, and she worked at a side store like Spencer's and stuff like that. And what Samantha decided to do to her was she booby-trapped the store. She was following Eve. She was learning her schedule, and she noticed the days she would go to the store by herself. Eve was also was obsessed with pleasuring herself. She liked to do it in her spare time. Whenever she had a moment, she would pleasure herself. So this one particular time, she went to the store before Eve did, and she booby-trapped the hell out the store. She set up wires all over the place, so when Eve get caught, she would pull down shelves. She set barbed wires up for when Eve goes sit in the bathroom, she sit on it and it will scab her in the ass. She set all that up for Eve to do everything that happened in the store. And when they finally opened the store, when the other sales associates came to the store, they found Eve chained to the fucking wall with barbed wires all around her body, dead, leaking. She ended up killing Eve. Her next target was Josh. What happened with Josh was like, he likes going to the bar after a good day of work, hanging with the guys. She also noticed Josh was hanging around this one particular dude who Josh had a love affair with, because Josh was married with kids. But Josh was having a love affair with another dude, and they would see each other occasionally, and have sex and everything. What she tended to do was, she broke into the hotel where they were staying one night while they were both sleeping, and she put poison in a condom, right? She put it in a condom. She dipped it in some water and let it dissolve in the water. And she did that because she wanted to poison him. But what happened was she didn't put enough poison in the water, because the dude was tending to waking up. So the dude he was having an affair with, he drank it first. He drank a sip of it, went back to sleep. She had to think of something else. So she ran out of there, and she seen his car, and she plugged holes in it. So the dude ended up getting sick. He got poisoned, but but he didn't die because there wasn't enough poison in his system for him to affect him. What happened with Josh was he got into an accident. His tire popped because he was speeding, and his car flipped. Boom, 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 boom. He ends up surviving that. Samantha did not know he survived. She thought he died. He ends up surviving that. What happens now is Tuesday and April are the next two victims. And she decides she wants to get them both. But before she can get them both, April reaches out to her like, hey, can we meet up? I want to talk to you. And they meet up at a little cafe, and she was like, what's the urge for you to meet me after all this time? She was like, I just want to talk to you. I just want to, go over some things. Maybe you can help me with. And she's like, go over some things like what? And she was like, a lot of our friends been dying off. Eve died, Henry, Josh was in an accident. She's like, Josh was in an accident. And she was taken back when she heard accident, she didn't hear death. She was like, yeah, he survived. He just walked away with a broken arm. So she was like, oh, wow. And basically, I called you to this meeting because I just want to apologize to you because all the years I bullied you through high school. And Orietta, I really liked you. You was a cool girl. And I just didn't know how to tell you. So I bullied you and everything. But I really liked you. I really want to see if this could work. And she was like, you're gay. She was like, well, I'm bisexual. I just haven't explored with a female. And she was like, you want me to be the first female you explore with? What kind of shit you on? I said, I appreciate you showing sympathy and wanting to, show your regret for what you did to me in high school. But I'm not about to be your fucking lesbian project. I'm not about to do this with you, bitch. She was like, Samantha, come on. I just want to apologize. It's nothing like that. She said, you think you're going to persuade me in being gay and call that apology? Bitch, you got me all the way fucked up. Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. And she left. Right? She left. So she went to Tuesday and was like, Tuesday, I think Samantha is on some shit. She's like, what? You met with her? After all these years, why you still bothering that girl? We offered that. She was like, nah, I want to go talk to her and everything. And then Tuesday was like, you confessed your love for her, didn't you? And she was like, technically I did, but she kind of brushed me off. And then she really got furious when I told her Josh was in an accident and he survived. She said, why would she get mad about that? She said, I think she been low-key killing us. She's like, what you mean? She was like, look at Eve. Eve is dead. Henry's dead. Josh was just in an accident. What if me and you were next on the list for bullying Samantha all these years? You really think that girl gonna kill us? If she want to kill us, then why she ain't been doing it? Why she ain't just get a gun and shoot us? Because maybe she ain't want the police to know she was doing this. So, on her next delivery, she's delivering to Tuesday's place. Tuesday is home. She gets there, she masses up. Nobody's outside. Samantha's not realizing Samantha has cameras on her crib. So she rings the doorbell and she puts her face past the camera so it don't see her. When she first got there, she had a hat on, so the camera didn't see her face. It just saw that she had an Amazon, vest on. She did that. She ends up, the door was open for some sort of reason. She goes in the crib, she masses up, she goes in the kitchen, she gets a knife. Now, before all this go down, she presses the doorbell, right? And she realizes it's open. She goes in, masks up, gets the knife. Samantha comes downstairs. She catches Samantha from behind and stabs her 40 fucking times. Leaving her body there. Taking a knife, burying it in her fucking backyard, and then going about her delivery days. April learns of this. She goes to the police. The police take a look at the videos that they got from, Tuesday's crib. They review it. They seen that it was an Amazon worker. So April tells them she is the Amazon worker that's been killing us all. She killed Henry. She poisoned him. She tried to kill Josh, flattening his tires. She slashed him. She's like, you got proof of everything? And she was like, no, get proof. And then we'll arrest her. So she hits up Samantha again. This time she catches Samantha on her delivery day, and she's pulling up to her crib. This time when Samantha pulls up to her crib, she goes around the back. April sees her. She instantly calls 911. She comes into the crib, and she yells out, Samantha, why are you here? So Samantha looking around, she was like, you know why I'm here. I'm here to finish what I started. And you next, bitch. She's like, you the one that been killing all us off. You killed Henry. You tried to kill Josh. You killed Tuesday. You killed Eve. She's like, you damn right I did everything. I set the booby traps in Eve's work job. I killed Tuesday by stabbing her. I slashed Josh's tires. And I poisoned Henry's sex toys. I did all that because you guys bullied me over the years. You guys fucking bullied me over the years. And now you the next to fall. So she was like, I can't let you do this. I'm calling the cops. So she, before Samantha could put the jam out, April already had called the cops. She had already called the cops when she seen how she was going around. Amazon's workers don't go around your crib to the back area to drop your package off. They got to drop it off where you told them to drop it off. So if it's right in front of your crib, it got to be right in front of the crib. She goes around back, so she instantly calls 911. I got a burglary. So police are on their way. She was like, so April tries to call the cops again. This time it's a signal blocking her from calling. She said, if you want to try to call the cops, good luck, because I put my jam on and you won't be reaching them. So two officers drove by the house, right? Samantha's there with a .38 gun. She finds April and starts shooting her. The officers hear the shots go off. They immediately rush the crib. Samantha sees them coming in. She opens fire on one of the officers, hitting him in the neck. He drops. His partner grabs him, pulls him to the side. She calls in for backup. She said, before the rest of these cops get here, bitch, you gonna die. So April jumps out on her, push her over the balcony in her crib, and they both fall onto a chandelier, which hits a glass table onto the ground, leaving them both knocked out. April wakes up moments later in the hospital with glass in her thigh and a broken ankle. And police, they arrived. When they told her, she was talking to the detectives. She was like, what happened to Samantha? We didn't find her body. She's in the wind. She's like, oh my God. Don't worry, we're gonna catch her. Later that night at the hospital, Samantha, she survives. She's covered in blood, covered in bruises. She's like, I come back to finish you off. She come back to finish you off. And in an instant, the detectives show up and shoot her right in the back of the head and end her life. Story of the Amazon killer. It's your boy Carter TV, y'all.